my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your To Be a Soulmate read. I am your reader, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions. Son of a Cancerian, Cancerian sun sign, right? My mom is a Cancerian raised by crabs. And very, very happy to be serving you today. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal, all my friends do. So please settle in. We're doing a new reading today, a new series. Started it yesterday, moving on with Cancer, Leo, and Virgo today, doing 3 a day and taking clients later. So let's get down to it. My subscribers, thank you so much for following along. Your support has been invaluable. Not quite at 2,000 subscribers yet at this point, but actually shooting for 30 so that I can do the membership thing and do my extended reads here instead of on Vimeo, because I'm doing half of them here and then half of them there. It's just a lot of extra work. But there you have it. You know, it is what it is. So if you want to help me out, if you are new to my channel, please do consider liking, subscribing, if I can speak, hitting the notification bell, and commenting as you will. It all helps, apparently. So let's get up in this gig, shall we? A To Be a Soulmate read is exactly what it sounds like, unless it doesn't exactly sound like it. What you need to be a soulmate. Everybody wants a soulmate, but that means by definition you have to become one. Now, there are soul contracts that are soulmate. There are soul contracts that are twin flame. There are links in the description box that explains that stuff, at least the newer definitions. Some of the old ones never suited me anyway, but you can check those out because people have different interpretations of what a soulmate and a twin flame are. The ones I use are dealt with, so I don't have to say it every single reading anymore. So go check the links. But essentially, this is an 11-card spread just to show you 3 things really well. 1.5, you'll see what I mean. How can I be a mate to my own soul? That's all the self-love stuff, which you need to look at within yourself, embrace within yourself, embracing the shadow, all that, which we're going to be doing, particularly with the Caroline Mace archetype cards. Wow, no trouble speaking today. But the other kind of, either way, the second question, how can I be a soulmate, or better yet, how can I become a better soulmate in the soulmate contracts that I already have? The foundation of a soulmate contract is you help each other heal. So even as you heal yourself, because of quantum entanglement, you are helping them heal. So it's all really the same question, but you can break it into those 3 parts as needed depending on who is watching. It is an 11-card draw. In other words, the spread only has 11 cards in it, and I wrote it down. 2 healing systems. We've got the Caroline Mace archetype deck and the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck that will be our first and last card down. So at least you get a mantra to take with you if you forget everything else, right? At least you can have the mantra that will help you be a soulmate, to be a soulmate. Otherwise, we're looking at 3 oracles: Kuan Yin, the Blue Angel Oracle, the Whispers of Love Oracle, and then 6 tarot, past, present, future, using Daughters of the Moon for the Yin, past, present, future, Mythic Tarot for the Yang, the external, right? So you get in a simple timeline. All you got to do is breathe. Remember, this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because your sun sign is going to probably have a different assignment to be a soulmate than your moon or your Venus or your rising, right? So check them out. And they're around 40 minutes, I've noticed, at least the first 3. We'll see how we do. I don't time myself. I say a prayer, I do the breathing, I hit record, and the gods take over. So let's get up in this gig. Breathe. Like I said, everything's in the description box, including all the decks that I read. Should you care to purchase or look at any of them, I don't get any. I'm not partnered with Amazon or anything like that yet, so literally you can go check all of that stuff out. Otherwise, I'm ready. Let's do this. Oh, for my Cancerians. Oh, I love you all so much. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, I need 1 card. I think Amazon's here. Not the Amazon, obviously. You know, the river, the rainforest, or the amazing Amazon. I have a feeling a package is about to be delivered, and that's literal for a change instead of metaphoric. So please, my collective pantheon, what is the dominant soul power that the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign can develop right now? Alchemize from lead to gold, from shadow to light. Hi, cute Amazon delivery guy. Sorry. That can alchemize from lead to gold, shadow to light, went from toxic to healthy, so that they heal themselves, so that they can be the best soulmates that they can be, and of course be ready for the soulmate contract partner, the ones that they really want, the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise ones. Because who doesn't want the romantic ones, right? That's everybody kind of sort of wants those. So please, what is the dominant archetype that they can focus on, work with, September, October 2020, or timeless? The dilettante archetype. Now, the word dilettante has a very negative taste in your mouth when you say dilettante, right? But it's a lovely archetype in its light, its shadow attribute, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess, which does drive me up a wall, right? When people just like shit's coming out their mouth, they're just talking out their ass, as my dad used to say, right? They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So they pretend. Like, it's just be authentic. I find authenticity so adorable, right? People like, I don't know much about art, but I like what I know what I like. Look good over the couch, you know. It's adorable. It's like so cute when people are actually vulnerable and authentic there. So the shadow side of that's kind of icky. But here's the light attribute: delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Lovely. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. In other words, are you just like on everything? Or can you get, no, I'm enjoying this as a participant, not as a professional. For example, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer, I've got a very strong artist archetype in me. But when it comes to cooking, yes, it's an art form and I love it, but I don't need to be a chef. I don't want to cook anybody else's food unless they're coming over for dinner, right? I love to cook. Potion witch, really, it stems from that most likely. So you could say I'm a dilettante in cooking. I'm really not, I mean, I can watch Food Network, I can watch YouTubes about cooking for hours and hours and hours, but it's all for my own education. It's not anything other than that. I'm an autodidact, self-taught, just about everything. So that's an interesting one to kick off with, right? So alchemizing that in yourself, particularly in terms of relationships. Like, don't be so shallow in your pursuits. Now, I've yet to meet a shallow Cancerian. You know, that doesn't mean y'all can't have your pincers and your shell, your armor up all the time. You know, I get that, because you're all crab meat on the inside. You're all really, really yummy. So what we're going to do is turn to the Kuan Yin Oracle and the Blue Angel Oracle. And the Blue Angel Oracle is for Archangel Michael. Obviously, Kuan Yin is for Kuan Yin. Voices of the Divine Yin, the Divine Yang. So since we kind of have that Cancerian feminine energy here, let's ask Kuan Yin what it is you need to be the best soulmate you can be. Breathe. Hello, Kuan Yin. Greetings and blessings, beautiful goddess, beautiful bodhisattva of compassion and contentment, just scattering the cards practically across the table today. Can we please get one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? September, October-ish, right? Whenever they're watching this, though, timeless. What do they need from your point of view to be a soulmate, to be a better mate to their own soul, to be a soulmate ready for a soulmate partnership to come in, and or to be better soulmates in the soulmate contracts that they already have, right? What do you recommend? What do you see for them? Kuan Yin, for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Now, they're all beautiful cards, but Nectar of the Lotus is often about healing. The nectar of the lotus, the sweetness. Sometimes that comes from suffering, and I opened right to the page. Oh, here we go. Breathe. I'm only going to read the first part and the last part. There's a lot more, particularly in this particular card. Highly recommend the deck. The Divine Mother wishes that those who are meant to feed others be well fed too. Was I just talking about food? Yeah, I was. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the cosmic heart chakra of the Divine Mother. It's like when you see newborn kittens, you're like, ah! Right? Like, so you're feeding other people. And remember, we're not talking purely literal here. I mean, my mom's such a good cook. She taught me how to cook. My Cancerian Mom, it sounds like a TV show from the 60s. Definitely she feeds people, but she's also a teacher still. She's retired, and yet she still just taught a teacher up in the college. I can't remember the name of the college up in Saratoga. So, you know, we feed people in lots of different ways, particularly in our soulmate contracts. So this is saying that Kuan Yin wants you fed too. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life-affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish many souls. Like a sacred chalice that overflows, when you are full, well, and vital, the feeding of others happens effortlessly. You are guided to be fed now, fed with the divine nectar from the heart of the Divine Mother. Before I read the prayer, I'll just say, having grown up with a Cancerian mother, that when she was exhausted, crabby. That's a nice way of saying it, crabby. I mean, she's a powerful woman. There's a reason I call my mom Hera, right? A Cancerian Hera archetype mother, it's a bit much. But I know how to cross my T's and dot my I's. She raised me very well, right? Very polite, and also very compassionate, but not often very compassionate for herself, right? Because that's a hard lesson, to learn how to be compassionate for yourself. So that image of that sacred chalice, goblet, cauldron, pasta pod, stregonona, however you want to say that, ever overflowing, but you have to let it fill so that it can overflow. So to drink yourself full, so to speak. So the prayer of the lotus nectar, breathe. Beloved Kuan Yin, help me realize the connection to myself and to life, that I need to be able to live my highest vibrational life, where I am well, replenished, joyful, and connected to the endless flow of divine energy and life force in our universe. Please bring me clear guidance about how to best cultivate Qi now, how to be open to receive the nectar of the lotus, the life force and love of the Divine Mother for my highest good. So be it. Om Mani Padme Hum. That's lovely. That's lovely. So that is definitely part and parcel of that being a mate to your own soul. If you look at it from two different directions, right? You've got the ego/personality on this end, not really the same thing. All connected, but not really the same thing. Any different than a finger is different than a hand, is different than an arm, is different from a body, right? And here you have the higher self and the soul. Well, to love yourself from that perspective, right? That's the prayer and meditation part. That's saying, oh, I love you, it's okay what you're going through, like inner child work, whatever that learning to love yourself process is. It's then from this side in prayer and meditation, talking to your soul, to your higher self, however you want to frame that for yourself. You are, the relationship's there, it just needs work. You need to kind of breathe into it, lean into it a little bit, get to know yourself, right? And because what happens is the divine love, it integrates, because it's really all one thing. It's like the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet spectrum all going back into white light, because it was never really separate, it just looked that way. Well, apparently they're having fun passing my crown chakra around in the upper planes of existence. Let's see what happens next, Archangel Michael. Here we go. Watch the change in vibe. Ready? Hello, Archangel Michael. He is. He's the quarterback. He's the quarterback of the Archangels. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's like the nice quarterback, right? Like, I don't know. I can't even think of an actor that I would get to cast him because he's just cuter than anything I can imagine. Nice shoulders, great clavicles. Breathe. Archangel Michael, please, can I have one card in clarity? For this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, from your archangelic point of view, what is it that they need to be the mate of their own soul, their own soulmate? Etc., for September, October 2020, mid-October 2020, or timeless, whenever they are supposed to be watching this, please, Archangel, what have you got for them? Blue Earth Angel, higher vibration. Card number 10. Working the Angelina Jolie gown there for sure. I'm just waiting for her little angel like to go flunk out to the side like that. Isn't that great? This deck is really gorgeous. Blue Angel Publishing. It's a Blue Angel Oracle, but the company is Blue Angel Publishing. I really like their style. I really, really do. Bless their hearts. Blue Earth Angel. It's good. There's even a picture of her inside the book. You can't really see it. Serving Angelina Jolie realness. Blue Earth Angel, higher vibration. You are expanding your awareness and evolving to a higher vibration. This great vibratory shift is part of humanity's natural evolution. In other words, not just you. Right, the weird shit you're going through, everybody's going through, though in different styles and different flavors and different intensities. It is occurring alongside rapid technological change, of course. Time seems to be going faster and faster. The days and years fly by. This is why you feel overly sensitive and emotional at times, and why there is so much fear and confusion in our world. Cancerians, you feeling that? If you've identified yourself as a divine feminine empath, rock and roll, because at least you know this ain't all me. But if you don't know that, Matt Kahn, I forget which book it is, he said an empath is somebody who feels other people's energies and emotions in their own cell tissue, and a victim is an empath that doesn't know they're an empath. I was like, I mean, I have the hair back in a ponytail right now. It's snatched for the gods, but I blew my hair back. Snatch it back in a ponytail. Looking back at our history, we see that great change usually occurs in times of conflict and upheaval. Then we are in the crucible, knew that. Perhaps these conditions are necessary in order for major change to occur. The beautiful angel on this card is here to assure you that all is well and unfolding as it should. You are safe and humanity is on the right track, even though at times it may not seem so. Like right around now. Some outdated structures in our global fabric may need to fall, along with some outdated views and mindsets. But this is a necessary part of our evolution. A new era will soon be born, one of higher awareness and great love. You are part of this new world. Now a little thing at the end. I am a luminous, eternal essence. I am a sky full of endless love. I am forever with you, for we are one. Blue Earth Angel. Now, what I'm getting on that, remember, I've got Archangel Michael's ear, or rather he has mine, or both. This is relative to being a soulmate, because like I said, as you heal through quantum entanglement, you're healing your other soulmates, plural. Of course, you have more than one, like my mom and I are soulmates. But, you know, whoever I'm going to end up marrying better be a fucking soulmate. Otherwise, I'm not marrying a twin flame. I will off myself. I'm doing that again. I've had enough of the twin flames in that way. They can show up in other areas of my life, but not in my bedroom ever again. You feeling me, right? Look at the difference between twin flame and soulmate. But that's the thing, as you're doing your healing, as you are raising your vibration, and I don't mean through emotional bypassing. I don't mean by faking it until you making it every day. But to really understand you are part of this, and your personal evolution is your contribution to the planetary evolution that we're seeing, and we are going through a chaotic time. So to understand that you becoming more of the mate of your own soul is helping you heal, which is helping the planet heal, and every piece of life on it, not just human. So drink from that nectar of the lotus, right? And you don't have to know absolutely everything. You don't have to be an expert at this. Just live your life, but live it consciously and with love and blah, blah, blah. All the spiritual pablum that we've been fed for, what, centuries? But to actually get that, it's so authentic to us when we're being authentic, which means we cry when we need to cry, Cancerians. We feel our anger when we are angry, and maybe even our hatred and our rage. We just don't act on it, right? It's like inner child work. It's allowing those emotions to have their voice without them possessing us and taking over and doing things we regret later. It's like exorcism. Yeah. So let's ask the higher selves of all involved through the Whispers of Love Oracle what it is that you need, and then we will get you some tarot narrative. How about breathe? The higher selves of all involved, always so clear and always so calm, please. One card in clarity for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do they need to be a soulmate, right? How can they be a soulmate? Made of their own soul, to be in the type of soulmate contract they've always wanted, right? That romantic sexual stuff, as well as how can they be better soulmates in the soulmate contracts that they already have with maybe family members and friends and Lord knows who else, how many contracts they have. What is your piece of insight, inspiration, or information for the Cancerian collective? Receive with love and appreciation. Now, one of the earlier signs in this series got that. I think it might have been Aries. Not sure. I don't write every single card down, just the ones for the title. But receive with love and appreciation. Oh, I get it. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. So this is about if the Divine Mother gives you some nectar from the lotus, just say thank you and drink it, right? I get it, Cancerians. We are in a tricky time. You're not sure who to trust. But your gut will tell you. But remember, your gut, your intuition, and your emotion are not exactly the same thing. When you're afraid, you can't really feel your emotion. Your intuition, right? Because it's all up here. Emotions are up here, where a lot of times the survival intuition of whether or not we can really trust somebody in that moment is in the lower chakras, right? So that's why you pull back and you breathe. And you can even ask your second chakra a yes or no question and you'll get like a little wah wah or wah wah, right? Like that kind of deal. So you can trust the Divine Mother. You can trust the Divine Mother, but I can see you having your gate up. There's nothing wrong with having a gate in your boundaries, right? You can lock it or open it or whatever. Just don't leave it open for everybody. Never met a Cancer who did that. To allow in perhaps a messenger, perhaps somebody who has some form, way, shape, or form of that nectar of the lotus to come in and just receive it with love and appreciation, because she wants to feed you. The Divine Mother wants to feed you. And even Archangel Michael is saying, this is part of something much bigger than you. This is part of your service, right? You are a blue earth angel, right? You're anchoring that love by loving yourself, by nurturing yourself. So even if you're feeding people literally, the more you are feeding yourself and receiving, not just giving, but receiving with love and appreciation, you're feeding the world that too from within. Quantum entanglement, I think the more people study quantum physics, not the math part of it, that gives me a headache, but the theory of it, right? It kind of gives ancient mysticism a new lens to look at it through, and you're like, oh, that's what they meant. We really are all one. It's just not metaphor. It's quite literal. Let's keep going. We'll ask the goddesses, my goddesses in particular, through the Daughters of the Moon, simple timeline, past, present, future, about this soulmate, becoming a soulmate journey that you're on. May pertain to this month, may not all be within this, from this September, mid-September to mid-October. And then we'll do the Mythic Tarot to get you the yang part of that, what's going on inside of you and what's going on outside of you. These are fun, usually. Let's see. Breathe. And then we'll get you your mantra to glue it all together, please, my goddesses. Oh, Hestia, Hera, Hecate, my goddesses that share the throne of Cancer, the Virgin, the Queen, the Crone, please. We'll pull these one at a time. I need a simple timeline, past, present, future, for this Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, September, October-ish, 2020, or timeless, whenever they are supposed to watch this, please. Gonna get one card for this Cancerian's past part of the journey being a soulmate, where they are now in this timeline, this journey of being a soulmate, and where they are headed in this timeline of being a soulmate. That was very fast. Let's keep going. I'm just going to put these, the external, so I can flip them over, past, present, future, together. Breathe. Shift of vibe, my gods, please, the divine yang, the external, what's going on? Same thing, please clarify this timeline with what's going on in the physical. We've got the yin, the internal, and the Daughters of the Moon, and I ask that you use these Mythic Tarot to give us the external, or at least how that feminine energy expresses itself through masculine energy. September, October 2020 are timeless for this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. There's the past. Please put the present in my hand, and please, here is the future. The word expediency just came into my head, not a word I use every day. Okay, all right. Well, on the inside in the past, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Sometimes, yes, being left out in the cold, but that's because of Pamela Coleman Smith's depiction in the Rider-Waite Tarot. That's fine. I like this deck's interpretation a little bit better because it can include that being left out in the cold, but doesn't leave it at that. The earthquake. Earthquakes, literally, they're very short in duration. Like, there's no such thing as an hour-long earthquake. They're like 10 to 15 seconds, if that. And think of how much change they make, right? So it's about ripping off the Band-Aid, not hair by hair by hair. So a lot changes very quickly, has changed in the past, particularly with the card of the Magician, Hermes, here at a crossroads. Some initiation of will. A decision is made. Now, it's the first card of the Major Arcana. It's not the card of the Lovers, right, which is usually card number 6 or 7, depending on the deck, a life-changing decision. This is an initiation of will. He's got his air, his fire, his water, his earth, with the sword, the wand, the cup, and the pentacle there, and he's reaching up, as you always see, right, kind of doing the Saturday Night Live pose. I mean, did they know when they were choreographing Saturday Night Fever that was totally the Magician? I don't think they did. But definitely something new incarnated with that movie, right? The disco craze. So something new has been created and incarnated here, but it has either caused an internal change so quickly, like an awakening, or someone said the right prayer, right? And just... Or, the other way, if you want to do this, from the yin to the yang, this internal change you are actualizing and manifesting into the world. Or were, right? The past. Where are you in the present? Here's your card, the Cancerian card, the Moon. So inside, yeah, lots of depth, lots of emotion, but not necessarily clear. Particularly with the Eight of Swords. Right now you might feel very bound to an idea, very blindfolded and bound, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Intellectually, perhaps it's an issue of honor, or perhaps what's going on in your head and what's going on in your heart are not exactly jiving. Like I said, you have thought, you have emotion, but then you also have the more instinctual aspects of intuition. Now, there is heart chakra intuition, throat chakra, third eye and crown, but there's also those first three, the root, the sacrum, the solar plexus. Learn their voices, because there are times when the third eye is just possessed by fear, but have you watched it, data, where your heart might be like, I don't know what to feel about this, right, as it sort of orbits you. And this can talk about fixation, not so much the Nine of Swords, which keeps you up all night, but that feeling of, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. It could be that, like we talked about here with this Blue Earth Angel, that some of your mindsets are dissolving because they're just not loving. They're not supporting you. Like this idea, well, I'm not going to say that you're a martyr, because no such thing as a Cancerian martyr. Oh, no. But it's like, well, I have to take care of everybody first, so that, and then maybe if there's a drop left. I've seen it. I grew up with it. But that initially comes from great love and compassion, but it's as a result of not feeding yourself. And again, we're not just talking literal food here. So there could be these mindsets crashing into each other going on for you right now. But fear not, my darlings. You have 3 Major Arcana cards in a row, and in the overview, when I pull up the picture, you'll see it. You've got the Scorpio card, Hecate, one of the 3 goddesses in this doing this reading, the Scorpio card, with the card of Temperance, right? So we're looking here, again, this could be somebody coming into your life, somebody in your life, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, blah, 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 who cares? But what I'm kind of getting, because it's more internal, the Yin card, we've got a Yang card here. This is about an internal transformation that's still going on. So if you want to look at the Five of Pentacles as a past internal change is different than transformation. You can change water into ice. You can change ice into water. You can't unburn a cookie. That's the difference between change and transformation, right? Transformation is permanent. There's no going back. You can transform it again into something else. But it's not truly a transformation if you can change it back to a certain state, right? Sublimation, evaporation, etc. So here we're really looking at an internal transformation that comes, but one that comes as a result of temperance, balance, patience, kindness, rest, to discipline yourself. Not that discipline, not BDSM, that I'm going to practice self-love. I'm going to include myself in my to-do list. Not just, at the end of the day, but throughout the day. Start yoga, right? Start Tai Chi, start walk. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a lifetime thing. This is a dilettante. You're a toe dipper, you big toe dipper. You're dipping some toes in some self-healing here that's going to make you an amazing soulmate, because they're just saying to me, because you already are an amazing soulmate, but until you include yourself in that love, how dare we expect other people to love and nurture us when we won't love or nurture ourselves? And and I'm still working on that. I read Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, back in the 1980s. The original Rainbow Heart book, right? And Living in the Light, and all that stuff. And it's still an ongoing process. We're always growing and evolving, right? So are you a soft shell crab right now? Or are you a king crab? I guess Cancerian, we want to call it a queen crab. Very, very interesting cards you have here. Let's get your last one down. I really like the timeline because it speaks to what we're talking about. Does it talk about you meeting somebody? These reads are not really about that, because what's the point of meeting somebody if you're not ready? You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Breathe. Yeah, I just made that reference. My Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contracts. I love you guys so much. They have the best sense of humor, I think. The Ascended Masters, they get us, because apparently they are us or something like that. Whatever. Or we will be them. They used to be us. I don't know how that works. Whatever. Interdimensional hotline. Please, my Ascended Masters, I need one card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra for these Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, these crablets, these crab cakes? How can they be the best soulmates that they can be, right? How do they get to be a soulmate? September, October 2020 or timeless. Please, my beloved Ascended Masters. Welcoming surrender. There's no problem. Only destiny revealing itself. I gotta remember, you can't see any of that because of the lights and because it's white ink on a pastel card. I wouldn't have designed these cards that way, but they're beautiful. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. They're beautiful. I get this card rather often, Welcoming Surrender, because as a professional mystic, I guess we can add that to the intro. Professional witch, professional mystic. You have to live in mystery to do what I do. You just do. You have to trust that the guidance comes every day. So when you think, uh-oh, there's a problem, Houston, we got a problem. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. You're not in that much control. We are not in that much control of what's happening on planet Earth. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that at all? Right? Things are unfolding regardless of what the fuck is on your vision board. It's like the universe doesn't care what's on your vision board right now. It's going through planetary ascension. And everything that's on your vision board you're going to get, just not in the way that you expect to get it. So, might as well, right? Welcome surrender. There's no problem. There's no problem. It's just destiny revealing itself, being revealed. When surrender is welcomed, you are open to viewing life as the playground of the soul's evolution. In other words, you gotta go, right, I was chosen to come and play this role. This is my playground and my schoolroom all at once. You are no longer worrying about what to do or where to go. Instead, you are following the gentle, peaceful flow of inner guidance. I mean, that's my prayer. Please show me what you would have me do, where you would have me go, what you would have me say, and to whom. It's from Course in Miracles. In surrender, every personal conflict is handed over to Source so as not to distract from the prime objective of evolving your consciousness with the utmost sincerity, love, and compassion for all. Compassion for all, including you, Cancerian. Look, this is something with the dilettante archetype. You do not have to make a profession. You do not have to shave your head and go live in a cave or do yoga 24 hours a day and, I don't know, eat kale or whatever, right? 24/7 mantras going through your head like the fucking CNN crawl, right? No, you don't have to do that. This is like a gentle thing of you doing for yourself. So when problems arise, to have a mantra, there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. And you can back that up with other stuff saying, I don't want to watch how this plays out. I'm the dilettante in this. I am just going to kind of play along and see what happens. This mantra is ideal for eliminating resistance. Can't you feel that? The tension moving away, dissolving, dealing with anger, and easing an overthinking mind. 8 of Swords. Let me put it all together for you. Magic clap. We've got the dilettante archetype in the shadow, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess, which is such a hallmark of the spiritual ego, or when the ego starts learning spirituality, making itself better than everybody else with all of these practices and processes, that it really is very dealing with it in a very superficial way. The light attribute delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuit. So, you know, all right, well, let me do the mantra, there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. Didn't work, still have problems, let's move on, right? It's like that vibe. It's like, keep an eye on that. Because the nectar of the lotus here, this is really saying you do not have to chug-a-lug nectar of the lotus, right? But you can allow yourself to be fed from the heart of the Divine Mother, the divine love that you are so channeling to other people, probably not even realizing it. She wants you to feed more people, but she wants you to do it from a place of overflow, right? And with that blue earth angel, get that we are going through a very intense time on planet Earth. You are not the solution. In a way, you are the cause, right? Because your vibration is getting higher and higher and higher and higher. The more you heal yourself, the more you are fed the nectar of the Divine Lotus, the more everybody is. So keep that in mind. Higher vibration as a blue earth angel means, yes, I have come here to anchor love, and part of that is loving myself, and not just in some rote, R-O-T-E way, right? But like really allowing myself to what? Receive with love and appreciation, to receive the love of the gods, to be open to it, whether that means prayer, meditation, jogging, macrame, I don't know, Zen underwater basket weaving, whatever it is, as the dilettante that you are allowed to dip toes and have some fun with this, right? Delights in the arts. Let's call them the mystical arts, the spiritual arts here for you. Because with this timeline, the Five of Pentacles on the inner, with the Magician on the outer in the past, we're really looking at some kind of change or decision on the outside that created or at least triggered this Five of Pentacles change, an earthquake inside of yourself, or vice versa. There was this, now it is an earth card, the Five of Pentacles, obviously, so it is something that viscerally shook inside of you. Like when people say, I was shook, well, this might have been a panic attack. This might have been something that then caused you to initiate something, to bring something into form, or at least begin the process of incarnation, creativity from thought into matter. Bringing you now into Yemaya, the moon on the inner, with the Eight of Swords on the outer. So there's a lot of thinking here going on, but the emotional state, the intuitive stuff is there, but perhaps, I love this word, occluded, O-C-C-L-U-D-E-D. It means like clouded, but it's where the word occult, the root of that word is the occult, the hidden. The occult is not really what people think it is, if you look at the original meaning of the word. It just means something that's hidden. Like the word arcane, right? Like the arcana, it just means hidden mystery, right? So there's a lot of thinking here. Maybe overthinking, maybe, what is that term called? Mental looping, where you get caught in that circular thinking around and around and around, like catch-22. So to get that, you know, there is no problem. There's only destiny being revealed itself. If you're not supposed to know, it might, again, be your nervous system might be overwrought, might be a little inflamed. all living up in your head because your emotions might feel so nebulous, right? But then you move into the future here with that Crone of Cups, the Scorpio card. Now, there are other cards of transformation in the Daughters of the Moon that could have come up, so this might very well be about perhaps a spiritual professional, right? The light attribute of the dilettante delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Maybe this is consulting with a professional. Now, I will say it is in the yin card, so maybe it's doing that through more of a spiritual practice, right? Maybe not so face-to-face, but internalizing that process of transformation. In other words, the change in the Five of Pentacles really becomes more permanent and more healing in terms of the Temperance card in the outside world, with more of an internal transformation. A maiden doesn't change into a mother, she transforms into a mother. It's necessary, right? Necessary transition. A caterpillar doesn't change into a butterfly, it transforms into. And with that card of Temperance, this is probably about you bringing in some discipline to yourself. Now, not the discipline of a professional, but the discipline of a dilettante. Well, I'm going to learn the process. I'm going to learn in yoga the sun salute, or embracing the moon in Tai Chi, or basic pottery. I'm just going to literally get my fingers in the clay, or metaphorically get my fingers in the clay, to bring this into a balance through time, through patience, through discipline, but like being a disciple to the mate of my own soul. Becoming the mate of my own soul through some kind of a spiritual transformative discipline. Welcoming surrender as you go. There's no problem, only destiny being revealed. So get whatever the mind is fixed on here in this center tarot with the moon, Yamaya, and the Eight of Swords. This may look like a problem. This may even feel like a problem, but really it's essential that you just kind of flow with it, getting that there is a destiny being revealed. And I love it. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. But the destiny being revealed is about you being the mate of your soul, a soulmate. Either someone new or in the people in your life already, but you definitely drinking that nectar of the lotus to anchor and become the best that you can be as you receive with love and appreciation as the soulmate you were born to be. Little wordy there towards the end, but it was probably wordy beginning and middle as well. So, there you have it. May the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need to be the soulmates that they were born to be. September, October 2020 are timeless. That they may be the dilettante in the light, right? Kind of having fun with this stuff, enjoying it, but not becoming too superficial in their pursuits, drinking the nectar of the lotus and being that blue angel, that higher vibration in physical form, receiving with love and appreciation, going through this change, this process of getting that destiny is unfolding, and as a result transforming through this temperance, really getting that there is no problem, only their own destinies being revealed for their well-being, the well-being of their soulmate contracts, and ultimately for the well-being of all life. So would it be. And so it is. It's a really heavy blessing, actually, when you think about it, all through you loving yourself and taking care of yourself. So, my Cancerians, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment. Let me know how this feels to you, my Cancerians. And by all means, I'm wishing you the very best and the very blessed. We need as many soulmates as possible on planet Earth, fully active. And yes, I feel like the more we're doing that, the more we're going to be brought together with those ones that we've been working on for hundreds of lifetimes, the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic soulmate ones, because I love my mom. I'm going to call her later. She's a soulmate contract. But I want to call from somebody else, too, as well as, not in exchange for. Cool, cool. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of it all, my darlings. Hail. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.